A tattoo of his signature on you.
This craziest thing ever. I'm gonna brag about it again. Like every live stream I do, whenever someone mentions the tattoo, I'm like, hold on guys, let me just brag about it once more.
Hello everyone, welcome back for another episode of Deep Blue. My name is Casey, and for today, we are brought with my good friend Jeejay. How are you doing today?
I'm doing alright, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. So, for anyone who doesn't really know who you are, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Jeejay. I make videos about creepy and weird topics, specifically about like early to mid 2010s internet. I'm known for the Geometric Nightmares video, the Super Shotgun YouTube channel video, and just recently the Mimic video that blew up. And also my Bizarre YouTube channels, a series that in the middle of working on.
Yep. So, yeah, this was supposed to happen a while ago, our episode. I remember
Yeah, this
asking
was
you
supposed
back in
to happen,
November.
yeah,
Yeah,
in like
yeah,
November, but stuff
yeah,
kept happening in
yeah.
real life, so
Yeah, guests kept like being like, "Yeah, I can do this date." I'm like, "Damn, I guess we're doing this date then." But
yeah,
yeah,
that's happened so many times. I've had plans with someone to make something, and I just have to delay it because of either like some personal issues or technical issues.
yeah,
It's never a dull day, to say the least.
yeah. But here we are now. So one of my first questions to ask you is just talk about the impact of goats in your character Garrett.
So you can see Garrett the goat is in the corner over here, and
Hmm.
he's in the corner of most of my videos. But he's just like a comic relief character I like to use because I don't like to make my channel like too creepy or anything.
Hmm.
Um, so I feel like having a make believe character to argue with and like just interrupt the video with and just like turn around and be like, Garrett, you suck. People find it funny. People find Garrett cute, and people have actually bought Garrett plushies,
Hmm.
and they've taken pictures and videos with them. And I don't make any money off of the Garrett sales, so I'm not like sponsored by the plush maker or anything. But it's still cool to see that people have bought Garrett with the intentions of it being Garrett and not just like a random goat plush. And I do have a bunch of more goat plushies that I might introduce as characters in the channel later on this year. But yeah, just he's a nice way to spice up the channel, add some life to it, add some character dynamics, and tell a little bit of a story. And
Hmm.
it people find him funny, and I find him funny.
Yeah, because you brought up a good point in your community post that like there's so many like I guess most horror channels are very samey. Like how many
Yeah,
disturbing channels like Nick Crowley style are there, or like
yeah, and that's not a bad thing.
Mhm.
I watch all those channels, but Garrett is definitely a way to make it so people are able to differentiate my channel from everyone else. Because
Mhm.
when horror channels comes into conversation, someone will mention a video, and I'll have a hard time remembering like which channel made that. Because
Mhm.
Nick Crowley and Nexpo are pretty similar, and I think they've worked together a few times too, which
Yeah, they
makes
have
sense.
a thing together. Like they have like a ghost hunting channel together, Nick and Ryan.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, I
I think
didn't
it's
know
also like a
that.
podcast too. I'm not sure, but yeah, they have this. Yeah, they have Nick and Ryan.
I'm gonna
I
have to
think they.
check that. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
check that out afterwards. But yeah, I just wish that more channels would have something to differentiate from every other channel. And again, it's not a
Yeah.
bad thing that they're all similar. It's what works. But like that my channel kind of separates itself from that
Mhm.
genre and like twists it into its own thing.
Yeah, because like I mean, of course we have like the Nick Crowley, Nexpo, and the what was I gonna say? I blame it on Jorge channels with the monotone
Yeah.
voice, like just talking about some topic.
Monotone
I guess like
voice.
Tub, which funny enough, I'm gonna have Morbid for Fun right after you.
Oh,
But yeah,
sick.
yeah, but Tub, like I think he really changed that by adding the webcam, like, and he was like all youthful and like, I mean, of course he has his webcam on, so like everyone could see him. So I guess that really
Yeah.
changed like horror content because now I see like a lot more of like the webcam YouTubers, the webcam horror YouTubers.
I think that's a good thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I mix the two. I do faceless and face cam,
Hmm.
and that's what I want to try mixing even more with my channel. I started
Hmm.
out faceless. Well, actually no. I did comedy skits on on the channel before,
Hmm.
but the video essays started out faceless. And
Hmm.
then I started getting into more Papa Meat videos, and I like his style of videos where he like commentates on the spooky stuff. So that's kind of what I'm gonna try to do, is mixing elements of different horror channels like Nick Crowley, Jaden Salad, Shy Valley, and
Yeah, you brought
taking
up to
like
my homies.
and taking like Papa Meat and Chad
Mhm.
Tronic and like just mixing everything into one.
Chad Tronic,
Yeah,
that is a classic channel.
I
I've
love
not
Chad
heard that
Tronic.
name in a while.
I grew up
I
watching him.
remember.
He's awesome.
I was super big into Animal Jam and Club Penguin. He did like a video.
Yeah, I used to play a little bit of Animal Jam, but I was more of a Webkins person. And you you
Webkins.
you made a video about Webkins.
Yeah, I did the urban legends. I did all three: Animal Jam, Club Penguin, and
Yeah.
Webkins, and I added a fourth.
But you disconnected. There you go. You're back. Garrett, what did you do? God damn it, Garrett.
No, I guess it's fine. Yeah, so like I probably have to send two files to Ryan, but yeah, it's like my cable's weird. So every time I hit it or like it's not in a certain angle, it just like disconnects. So I have like
Are you on a PC or Mac?
I'm on a Mac because I have like a DSLR connected to
Yeah.
like a capture. I don't know what to call it, and then
Yeah, I'm on a MacBook too, and I have a cable, like an adapter that comes loose sometimes. So
yeah,
sometimes my microphone will cut out when I'm recording something. It'll be the most annoying thing in the world.
it is, especially with like phone chargers too. Like I have to get a new phone charger every like probably like month because one keeps like breaking. Like, it's like the
Well,
weird angle.
I'm glad everything's turning into USB-C. It makes
Yeah.
it a lot more convenient
hmm
to find a charger for something.
Yeah. So yeah, let's just start off like the beginnings of your channel. So you started off making memes and skits on your main channel. So what was that all that about?
So I actually have a different channel from 2015. That was my first self-owned channel. And before that I was using one of my mom's YouTube accounts.
hmm
But 2015 was the first self-owned channel I had, and that I just put to rest this year. It's still up and I'm not going to name it, but if someone wants to try and find it, they can. But that channel, I was just beating like a dead horse. I've rebranded it so many times and I've done so many different types of content on that channel. And this year I decided to finally try and do something new with a new channel. Because
hmm
I don't know if it's true or not, but I think YouTube treats newer channels better with the algorithm. I heard that might not be true, but I
It
feel like it's
depends.
true.
I feel like for the most part it does. Like I think the only exception to that rule was Ray William Johnson because like he was like
Yeah,
fell off for 10 years. All of a sudden he's making AI.
yeah, and he's back with his. You cut out again. It shows the OBS logo, but that soda tastes weird. God damn it, Garrett. Ever since you came into the picture, this stuff's been happening. Hope my mic's okay. Like the soda or not. Like the first sip's nice.
Try my best to not touch anything because that just happens a lot. But yeah, we were talking about like the start of your channel, like or like at least like yeah, being on this new channel. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, 2015 channel I finally stopped uploading on this year because it just wasn't going anywhere. I got it to 5,000 subs over the span of almost 10 years.
hmm
So that's kind of why I decided to make a new channel instead of just rebranding it for the 100th time. And I made this channel in 2022, and I just didn't start using it like really until recently. And that was one of the best decisions I've ever made, I think, so far, because my channel has been popping off, and think I have you disconnected again. No, Garrett. Blame Garrett. Well, the years stop coming and they don't stop coming. To the rules and
All right, now I'm back. Yeah, that was
All right.
okay. If it
Let's
happens
just blame
again,
Garrett. Let's just
yeah,
blame
blame
Garrett on
Garrett.
everything that's happening right now.
Blame the
God
goat.
damn it, Garrett.
Yeah, if that happens again, I might just have to use my built-in. That happened like a
Yeah.
few episodes ago. Yeah, Chupo.
Well,
That was
MacBook's camera qualities aren't that bad, so
yeah, they aren't. Did I just freeze? That's embarrassing.
yeah.
That is okay. I'm just gonna hold on. I might just have to. I'm just gonna use my built.
Yeah, that might be the best move. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. And the rules and I hit over on running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets hard, but your head gets numb. So much to do, so much to see, so much wrong with taking the back. You never know if you don't go. Never shine if you don't go. There we go. I can't hear you. I don't know if you're talking or not.
Oh, my mic was off.
Okay,
Man,
there you go.
This is the negative. How much aura did I lose this episode already?
You're gonna have a lot of editing to do.
Yeah, no, that's not me though. It's all Ryan. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah.
You're epic for editing.
Yeah. So yeah, we were talking about like so you were making skits and memes at first, and then I noticed you made a psychological horror film.
Yeah, that one was for school.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just for school, and I find it cringe now. I don't really
Hmm.
like rewatching it, but other people have said it's good. My friends have
Hmm.
said it's good, so they wouldn't lie to me, right? But yeah, I experimented with doing some skits inspired by like Churdley's. I can't remember the name of that one channel. I don't know. There's a channel that like mixes vlogs with comedy, but yeah, that wasn't really working for me. So I had to find something that pleases people and gets attention, but I also enjoy because as much as I would love to do just like whatever the hell I want, if you want to make YouTube a career, you got to do something that'll get picked up in the algorithm at the same time. So even though I'm not like completely in it for the money, I also am. You have because you gotta cater to the algorithm if you
Hmm.
want to make it on YouTube, which
Yeah.
is unfortunate, but it's the truth.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and then like you're like after that you made Geometric Nightmares, which did blow up, and that was like one of your first like video
Yeah,
essay-ish
I
videos.
can't I can't believe that. That was the first video essay on this channel,
So what was like the
on that
story
channel,
behind making
and
that?
well, one day I just randomly remembered this recurring dream I kept having as a child, and I think it was whenever I had like a fever. Whenever I was sick, I would have the dream.
Hmm.
And I looked on Reddit for some information on it, and some other people experienced it. So I figured no one else made a video on it, so I decided to make a video about it. And
Hmm.
it turns out thousands of other people have experienced the same thing, and it's just wild to me that I've barely heard it. Like I've barely ever heard it talked about before this.
Hmm.
And I even I was scrolling through TikTok one day, and I found someone talking about my video, and it was the most surreal thing ever. And in the comments, someone was like, "Oh, what video? Like, what person made the video about it?" And they were like, "Jeejay," and I was like, "Oh, wow, that's cool. People are recommending my channel to other people on different platforms. That is so sick."
So like what was like your general reaction to that blowing up? Because that has like over 450K views. So what was like your general reaction to like your first video essay, horror video, just blowing up?
Yeah, it blew up quick, and unfortunately, the channel wasn't monetized yet when it first blew
Man,
up.
I
So
feel that.
I didn't make all the money I could have off of it. But that video alone got my channel monetized. So that was really nice.
Mhm.
It was a nice kickstart to the channel. Monetization speed run. And I think it's exactly what I needed at the time of that happening.
So then, like, what made you want to focus more on horror content after that Geometric Nightmares? 'Cause you did have like creepy pasta videos. You did make like the bouncy place liminal space video, and then so on.
I've always enjoyed horror topics. When I was little, I would always look at Halloween haunt YouTube videos of like people showing their Halloween decorations in their backyard and watching creepypasta narrations, just finding stuff on the internet I probably shouldn't have at a young age. And I like relatable stories, relatable experiences, and I like sharing them and hearing other people's experiences and just sharing stories that we have in common. And I wouldn't consider myself to be a completely horror channel. I mean, that's like what a majority of my stuff is, but I want to get more into like just weird, eerie stuff, and rather than just straight up horror.
Yeah.
So I think that's the direction the channel is going to take this year.
Hmm. Yeah. So just talk about the influence people like Nick Crowley, Shy Valley, and Jaden Salads have on you and like your content.
So I would say the person that inspires my channel the most, at least for the Geometric Nightmares and like my earlier videos, definitely Nick Crowley and a little bit of Goose Boost. I don't know if you know who
Hmm.
Goose Boost is,
I've seen
but
a few of his stuff.
yeah, it's a mix of people I've watched over the years and watch now, and I like all their channels, and I like their different elements that they have. I like Goose Boost's live streaming elements. He does like spooky streams and watches spooky videos on streams and has people recommend stuff for him to watch. Papa Me, I like how he commentates along with the stuff that he's talking about with the face cam.
Hmm.
Nick Crowley, I like the creepiness of it. Nick Crowley gives me nightmares. Nick Crowley is freaky with his videos.
Yeah.
I like all of it. I like everything. So I like mixing all those elements I like into one.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it was like kind of crazy when you said like I remember because I think I asked you that question like who was your favorite horror YouTubers, and then you brought up at that point I already like got to know Shy and Jaden, so it was like I kind of forget like those are YouTubers with like fan bases because they're kind of like my friends now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I could
it's
introduce
weird.
you guys.
That
Like,
would be sick. I
yeah,
think I found Shy Valley through or Jaden Salad. See, I can't remember. My memory sucks. It was
yeah,
either Jaden Salads or Shy Valley where they were looking for origins of cursed images or
they've
something like
both
that.
done it. Like I think
Oh,
Shy's
they
done it
both have?
once,
Okay.
but
That's
like Jaden has
probably
done
how
it
I found
more.
both of them.
Hmm.
That's probably how I found both of them is looking for those videos in particular.
Hmm. I found out about both of them through their iceberg videos. I knew Jaden from the live streaming incidents, and then I knew Shy from Plants vs Zombies iceberg. Yeah, and then of course I was kind of like stuck with him, and then yeah, have him on the show. Had Shy in my video recently, so that was cool. That was pretty last
Yeah,
minute
those were
too.
good interviews. Those were good interviews. I watched both of them.
Yeah, I love those guys. Shy's a very beautiful man. Or I should stop calling him Shy. I should just call him Lachlan. That's his real name. Yeah, Lachlan. He's a very beautiful man.
I'm not a big fan of iceberg videos.
Hmm.
I have only seen a few, and I have one planned still, the Phobias iceberg.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's not my favorite type of horror content in the
Hmm.
world.
I, I mean, like a lot of the guys I did have on this show, like yeah, Raymundo did his childhood trauma iceberg. Of course, the other two I just mentioned, and just whoever else I'm trying to think of. But yeah, a lot of them started off as icebergs, and they kind of like shifted. But yeah, it's like who is making icebergs now? This kind of been like a I don't really know what to call it now. I guess it just kind of fell off.
Yeah, there was a point where they were doing pretty well, and they still
Hmm.
do decent today. But there was a point where it was like the real like hot topic on YouTube is iceberg videos.
Yeah, like a lot of the YouTubers that are still doing icebergs. That's like their main form of content. They were just kind of stuck. So yeah, I don't want to say the YouTuber's name, but they did like a video game iceberg on this one video game, and then pretty much that's their whole content now, just icebergs, and it's like after a while, it definitely does get tiring.
That's what I kind of fear. I don't want to like make a series of something and have that be the only thing that works on the channel.
Yeah, that's
So
like
that's
my
that's
thing
my
too.
fear is like that's my fear is one video taking over the entire channel and
Yeah,
me
that's
being
the curse
stuck
I
to
have
that.
right now because the Smash Bros video, I was like, I mean, that's my most popular one. Most of those people subscribe because they want to see a part two. I already had like a community. I made a community post saying, "Yeah, thanks for 10K. Yeah, more things coming." And then one of the comments was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Most of us only subscribe for part two of Smash Bros. Good luck, I guess." I was like, "Damn."
Yeah, with the Geometric Nightmares video, people have asked me in the comments, "When are you gonna make another one?" It's like, what do you mean another one? What else can I add on to this? This is it. I
Yeah,
can't talk about anything else.
yeah. With
But
Smash Bros, like, yeah, it was like
that's why I like
yeah.
separating the episodes in a series so that
Hmm.
it's not like the only thing people subscribe for. Like if I upload an episode of Bizarre YouTube channels
Hmm.
and people subscribe for that, if I keep uploading only Bizarre YouTube channels, that's the only thing that people are going to think my channel's for. So I like
Hmm.
separating the episodes for series so that they have the opportunity to watch more content than just that.
Yeah. I never really planned to make like my weirdly fascinating YouTube channels video. Like it was a kind of a last minute thing because like I had another video planned. It was about the Jurassic Park analog horror, and I was like, nah, this is not gonna no one's gonna like this. So I did the weird channels video, brought up Shy and like Jaden. Who did I bring on? No, I had Shy Valley, Adrian Gasly, and Willie St. Willie on it. It was really last minute. I was like, dude, I kind of need this by Thursday. Yeah. Like I think that's like the only video of that I'm gonna make.
I'm not an analog horror fan either. See, the
Yeah.
type of stuff that everyone else likes, I don't care for. I
Hmm.
just feel like analog horror is all kind of the same thing,
Yeah,
and
pretty
it's just
much.
like it's not scary to me.
How about
So
digital horror? Like people like go into like Gmod or Roblox and it's like there's like a ghost in the game. Or like I think there's a like if you know like Lacey's game, it's like a flash game just with like a horror story. It's like an alternate reality flash game.
no, I've never heard of that.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, Gmod and Roblox has a bunch of scary stuff,
Hmm.
especially when it comes to like liminal space stuff.
Yeah.
Especially Gmod. Gmod
Hmm.
is huge for liminal space stuff, and I've never played Gmod, but I've seen videos of people play it. And
Hmm.
what's those PNG images that chase you
Oh,
around the map? Do you know what this is called?
Nextbots. next
Yeah,
bots.
next bots. I
They're
love
so
those. Those
crazy.
are awesome. It's not even scary, but it's just like the adrenaline you get of being chased is awesome.
Yeah,
That could make a
yeah. So
video
when
on
they
its
have
own,
the
actually.
police sketches, that's when it scares me. Like the police sketches, night X bots, those are scary.
With the police sketches. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Those are horrifying.
I know. Now talk about Super Shotgun. How was that like when like you made that video and then just yeah, that one blew up too. And I think that's how I discovered you was through
Yeah.
Super Shotgun. So how was that like?
Well, I was worried that whenever it comes to talking about another YouTube channel in the Bizarre YouTube Channels series, I'm worried that if it gets a lot of attraction, then people will like go and harass that channel.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little iffy when it comes to what channels I talk about.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll put a disclaimer at the beginning of videos like saying, "Hey, don't go after anyone I mentioned in this video." It should be like common sense to not do that, but some
Yeah.
people, they just the internet does what it does. And I remember one comment I got on one of my Bizarre YouTube channel videos was, "Why would you put a disclaimer? Do you not trust your audience?" And it's like, no, that's not it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I trust my audience. It's just that you never know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be liable if one of these channels I'm talking about starts getting attacked by someone. Like, that's not the point of the video. I'm just here to bring light to it.
Mm-hmm.
The disclaimer is just so if someone does do that, it's not my responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
That's not my issue.
So what led you to making a Super Shotgun?
I was looking for something to talk about, and I remembered this YouTube channel I found in like 2023, and I shared it with some of my friends. And I just forgot about it, but one day I remembered it, and I thought it would make an interesting video because no one else has talked about it. And this was in the midst of like the Smart Schoolboy 9 stuff, so I was kind of frustrated because all the channels were talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
I mentioned this at the beginning of my Super Shotgun video. Like, looking for a topic that no one else has talked about can be pretty difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So the Super Shotgun channel was like a blessing. It was like, okay, this is perfect. I can talk about this. Something no one has seen before, so it'll probably do good and people will like it. And I was lucky enough for that video to pop off.
Mm-hmm.
And that channel actually ended up deleting their YouTube Shorts not long after I uploaded that video. And they also gained like over 100 or something subscribers. They gained some subscribers after I uploaded that video, which is a little weird. I don't know who would subscribe to that channel, but I guess I helped the channel out in an unintentional way. But yeah, I'm glad that video took off and was also like a Kickstarter to my Bizarre YouTube channel series.
Yeah. So so after making Super Shotgun, why did you like start making like these weird channel videos?
They're fun to look for, and people have the chance to submit stuff, and it's just like also a nice way to interact with my audience and community. Like, hey, if you want to send something to be reviewed or looked at in a video, now's your chance. And not everything's gonna make it by, because a lot of the recommendations I get are just like fetish stuff.
Yeah.
Which can be interesting to cover in a Bizarre YouTube channels episode, but if it's always just fetish channels, it loses its spark. It's like, okay, same story every time.
I mean, because like I had Scumbagovich on. I'm gonna have her back on again because we have to re-record her episode. But yeah, she does like the DeviantArt stuff, like furry inflation photo explained, Lashana Ball explained. It's like she like makes it like interesting. I feel like you could do that for a channel, like, but yeah, this channel's doing this weird thing, and then you just explain what that weird thing is.
Yeah. Well, also, I don't want to like unintentionally kink shame anyone.
Well,
if
yeah,
it is just
true.
like if it's gonna be fetish related, it has to be something like that's absolutely insane for someone to share on the internet, like the dog one I talked about, or the guy who sets himself on fire. And then I also thought of it this way, like if you upload something on the internet, it's kind of like fair game. So you're gonna get found one way or another, whether it's from a YouTube channel or just someone in like a Reddit thread. You're gonna get found somehow.
So what's like the cutoffs? Like, how far are you willing to go? Like,
I've been asked this before, if I'm gonna cover like any murder topics or like dark topics like that, and the answer is probably no, because I like talking about like fun, spooky stuff and just like off-putting stuff. I don't like when it comes to like murders and like more serious topics. I don't want to disrespect anyone like that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very risky And
Mhm.
also, if you talk about murders and stuff, you're more likely to get demonetized anyway.
Yeah.
But I like sticking with the more fun stuff, so I'm probably not going to get into anything like murders or anything like that, or
Mhm.
like gruesome deaths, because it's also an area where it's like, I don't really feel comfortable prioritizing off of someone else's insane death.
Yeah, I
And
feel you.
I don't have issues with content creators that make videos like that if they're respectful about it. It's just like that's a gray area that I don't really want to get involved with.
Mhm. Yeah, I feel you because like I have like a list of video ideas. I have things that are very innocent and like heartwarming, nostalgic, and then I have like really like serious cases, and it's like, all right, if I do one, then the other video is not going to do well, or if I do one, then there's no reason for me to do the other video. So I'm always like in that. I know what you mean with that gray area.
Right. Yeah, I don't want to be looked at as a morbid channel, I
Hmm.
guess. So if I started uploading videos about weird ways, like top 10 weird ways people have died,
Yeah.
it's like people are going to keep coming back for more deaths. It's like, okay, that's not that's not what my channel's about.
Yeah, someone was. I heard like knocking, but I was just tripping. But yeah. So what has been like the weirdest channel in your opinion?
Uh I don't think I've come across it yet, and I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared to come across the weirdest channel,
Mhm.
whenever that will be.
But
I don't
out of
know. People have
everything but out of everything you've like covered, what do you say is the weirdest?
I would say probably Super Shotgun so far.
Just think Super
Um,
Shotgun. Hmm.
yeah, the dog. I forgot the name of the channel about the guy with the dog maws, but that was another weird one that was a little concerning for me.
Hmm.
So either Super Shotgun or the one with the dog maws for sure.
I remember
But
you did
people
a
send weird stuff all
channel.
the time.
Yeah, I remember you did a channel that was like some Japanese channel had like noises like crying or sneezing. I thought that was the weirdest one
Yeah,
you've covered.
that was weird. And that one wasn't like, I think that one was just like weird marketing for a phone device, like a device that they're selling.
Hmm.
So that one with context isn't that. It's still weird, but it's not like something like Super Shotgun or the Dogma's guy, where it's like this person's a potential threat to people, probably.
Yeah, and then just going alongside your channel, you also made the Mimics video. So what was the story behind that? And then how do you feel about that one blowing up?
I wish it was literally any other video I made that blew up, because the Mimic video just isn't my favorite one. I am grateful that it blew up, but I just wish it was on a video I put more effort into. The Mimic video, for those of you watching who haven't seen it yet, I basically just talk about Mimic TikToks, um, and then I read a Reddit story about a Mimic. And the Reddit story wasn't originally going to be in that video. What happened was, while I was making the video talking about the Mimic TikToks, the video wasn't long enough, and it wasn't enough for me to upload as a whole video. So I had to just whip some. It was too late to scrap the video at this point too. So I had to just like find some way to make it a little bit longer, and I just found like a creepy Reddit story. And it's not my proudest video. It feels kind of lazy, but it was a last minute thing that I had to put out because I haven't put anything out in a while since that. So it did okay. I had to change the thumbnail a few times, but just recently it started popping off again. I think it's like a month old at this point, maybe two. I don't know. I think it's like a month old at this point.
Mhm.
But just recently it started popping off for some reason,
Yeah.
and people are sharing all their Mimic stories in the comments, and some of them are kind of like, okay, sure, sure,
Mhm.
bud, yeah, sure, you experienced a Mimic at one point in your life, I believe that. But yeah, I wish it was a video I actually put a lot of effort into and not
Yeah.
the Mimic one, but it is what it is. It brought more attention to the channel, so I guess that's good.
Yeah, the algorithm's really random. Like SpongeBob, like I was pretty because like that one flopped the first day it came out, and then like 2 days later, it got it just started blowing up like crazy, and then like of course Smash Bros and kids game Urban Legends those did well, and and then like the Legoland video that one was stuck at like 200 views for the longest time, and then all of a sudden it's at 70K. It's just like it is
Yeah,
weird. It's like it gets
I saw
demotivating, and then and then you get like pumped up the next day, and you just get a flow of emotions. But yeah, what was it you're
yeah,
saying?
I saw that your Legoland video was stuck at like 1,000 or something views.
Yeah.
Um, and then when one of your other videos popped off, that video started getting views, and
Hmm.
that's one of the best feelings when you have a video that pops off, and then people from that video go and check out your other stuff. So then you'll see boosts in views in your other videos.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm really glad like the Legoland video kind of blew up because I was kind of like dreading making that. I was like, man, I do not want to this is kind of stupid. I mean, like, not that like, because I mean, people died in that video, so like, I don't want to like mean stupid as in, yeah, that, but like, man, I'm just talking about Legoland. And, like, I had like better video ideas. I was like, man, I really do not want to make this, but like, I mean, I'm glad it did as well as it did, you know. But yeah,
Yeah, sometimes I'll be in the middle of making a video, realize I don't have enough material for it as I thought I did at first, and then I'll just be like, okay, well, we ball from here, I guess. Just upload it and see how it does.
So what was your like your proudest video then? Because like you talk about like, yeah, I was shocked to see this video blowing up, or like how you like you said you wanted like any video but the mimic video to blow up. So what do you say is your like your proudest video?
My favorite video is probably the children's characters turned into horror content. I feel like that's the one where I kind of mix all the elements together, and that type of video is what I want to make for the future. But I also like the Bizarre YouTube channel series. I feel like those two are what I like the most when it comes to my formula, and they just feel more fun to make than about a random topic I don't really care as much about. So that's probably what that formula is. What I'm gonna do from here on out, probably.
That was me with our Urban Legends. Like I think Urban Legends was like my like the one video I really wanted to make for a while, and I kind of put my heart and soul into that video. I'm glad it did as well as it did too, because like that one was like, yeah. I mean, because like I want to like focus more on the nostalgia aspect of things. Like I want to be like horror and nostalgia. That's why I talked about Smash Bros and SpongeBob comic as well, because like everyone loves those two. Now there's a horror spin on it. Yeah.
Yeah, people love nostalgia and horror, and that's I plan on making a documentary this year. I talked to you about it, about liminal spaces and nostalgia, and like going to locations in my childhood, taking pictures. I'm gonna use a 3DS.
Oh yeah,
because that takes good low quality photos. I think that's good for liminal spaces. So I'm gonna go to locations that were significant to my childhood and take liminal space photos there. And I think that'd make a good documentary, kind of talking about nostalgia and liminal spaces. I think if I get to it this year, I hope it does well.
Let's talk about the phobias iceberg, because you brought that up, and I was like, I just want to know more about that one.
I've been wanting to make this for a few months, and at first I had to make sure no one else did it already. So I checked, and there is a channel that made a phobias iceberg, but it's AI. So, I don't really care. I'm gonna make it. If the only other channel that made a phobias iceberg is AI, so be it. I'll make a better one. I've never made an iceberg video before, so I don't really know like the whole formula behind it, and like how to arrange the phobias in the list. Should I do it like least common to most common, or like
are you like making
least
this
known
from
to
scratch,
most
not
known?
taking some like iceberg from Reddit?
Sorry?
Are you making this iceberg from scratch? Like you're not using like something from Reddit?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it from scratch. I'm gonna find a bunch of phobias. I don't want to use Reddit for it.
Yeah.
But I have no issue finding the phobias. It's just I don't know how I want to organize them. And I talked to some friends about it, and one of them said, "Oh, you could like find celebrities that have these phobias, and like for each phobia, name a celebrity." But I think I could do that. I think I could find like some fun facts about each phobia, some statistics, and I think that'd make for a good video.
Yeah, I think the way most icebergs are is either the top is like the least, like everyone knows that, like surface level information, the bottom is like the least known, or it's like top is like most tame and the bottom is most disturbing.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna do it least common to most common phobia. I think that'd probably be the best for that.
I imagine you
But I
can
don't
find
know.
some statistics for that.
Yeah, I still have to plan it though. I haven't even started working. I started writing a list of phobias and that was it, but I haven't even started like any production on it yet.
There is a video I want to make, and it's like I want to talk about me having molluscophobia, which is the fear of snails. It's like I have it thought out. It's just like I'm just thinking of when to do it. I'm probably just gonna wait till like I blow up so that I have a community that will watch it rather than just like waiting for like the algorithm to blow it up. But like it's just like a wacky video. Is like, why would this person be afraid of snails? Or I have a fear of snails too. I'm gonna watch this. Yeah,
I have a metaphobia.
well, what's that one?
Fear of vomit and vomiting.
Okay, that one makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So like, if I was in a room with someone and they threw up, I would be out the window. Like, I would have a panic attack and try to get as far away from them as possible.
Yeah, I have more weird phobias. Like, I have a fear of whales. I do not
Well,
like
they're
whales.
huge.
Yeah, they
They're
are
huge.
huge. Even
That's
though they're
reasonable.
gentle giants, I don't like whales. Like, and fecal matters always like disgust me. Like, I mean, obviously, like everyone poops, that's normal. But it's like when it comes to like when it comes to like specific things like colonoscopy bags, like that terrifies me. Like that's like
Oh
my
yeah,
it's my worst fear. Like I can't imagine that happening to me. I mean, like
yeah.
doctor,
I
pull
get
the
that.
life support. You got a colonoscopy bag? I know, doctors, pull the life support. I don't want to live like this.
Back to the whales. What about whale sharks? Do you like whale sharks? That's the
I
one with
like them.
their mouths are open.
Yeah,
They're friendly ones.
yeah, I like those. Like I feel like I can be around those. It just like sperm whales, like blue whales, that would terrify me. I guess also like like the sunfish, like the weird shaped fish. Those terrify me a lot. Like they're just big and look weird. And I saw them in person, like in the ocean one time.
The sunfish?
It's like
Wait.
it's like the triangle shaped fish. It looks like half a fish, but it's like
Oh,
massive.
oh, it's like it's flat like a pancake. Okay.
Like
Yeah.
those, yeah, those are like
I
terrifying
mean,
too.
the sea is filled with alien looking creatures. So
Yeah, it's kind of why I started
it's
this show. It's like at first I have like all these normal fish. It's gonna be a mix. I'm gonna have like normal fish, but like for the most part, I want to have this aquarium be as weird as possible. Like I'm not gonna tell you your fish yet until the end because like I gave you a specifically weird one. But like
oh.
last episode, I had the beak. I don't know if you know him. He does like he talks about like YouTube kids content rabbit holes. I gave him like a
Mm-hmm.
really weird fish. I gave him an African lungfish. I did not know what that was until the night before. It's such a weird fish too. I did not know it was real. I thought it was like a cryptid. But yeah. Like what other phobias did you have in mind for the video?
I'm not gonna get into that quite yet because I don't know what I want to include. So I'm not trying to be like mysterious or anything. I just don't know what I want to do yet. So that is going to be announced.
Talk about your second channel. How is that for you?
I don't really do much with that channel. At the beginning of 2024, I was streaming on Twitch for a little bit, and I was editing stream highlights and putting them on that channel before I started posting on the Jeejay channel. And when I switched over to the Jeejay channel, I just stopped uploading on the highlights channel because it just doesn't like, I don't know. It's just I don't really care about it that much. If there's something that I want to make that doesn't fit on the main channel, I'll put it on that channel. But it's not a channel I'm like trying to grow that much or anything. I'm trying to just put all my main focus into the main channel before I start doing the second one.
Yeah, because I think about doing a second channel just for like gameplay. Because I want to start streaming eventually. I think my main problem is just like how loud my PC fan is. It's either, but yeah, that's like its own problem. But yeah, like, but it's definitely gonna be a lot of work. Like I have to like get a whole new editor for that. I imagine you'd probably have to get one too if you're gonna make video essays and then like whatever stuff on the second channel.
Yeah. Well, I stream on YouTube, so the VODs are available. That's something I didn't like about streaming on Twitch. When I was streaming on Twitch, the VODs disappear unless you highlight the entire stream, which was just inconvenient to do every time. So switching to YouTube for streaming was really nice. So I didn't have to worry about the VODs disappearing, and I could leave them up. And that's also why I don't really upload stream clips anymore, because people can just go to the VOD and rewatch it if they want to. But I guess if something like really crazy happens on stream, I'll still make a video out of it for the second channel. But that hasn't happened in quite a bit. So
Yeah, like how is streaming going for you? Because you do like, because I have seen you do like like a usual like just chatting kind of stream where you have your computer screen on, but also have a lot of like phone phone streams and you're just talking to the audience.
yeah, so I do two types of streams. I do the streams on my computer. Mostly, I just watch spooky stuff. I'll have people send stuff to the Discord for me to check out on stream. And then there's the iPhone streams where I just chat. And I want to do more iPhone streams. I want to do more IRL streams. I want to go to places and stream. Just recently, I did a stream with my friend Landon, and we did ghost hunting late at night outside, and it was like super foggy and creepy and stuff. And people said they want more of that. So if I get the chance to go to like more creepy stuff this summer, maybe I'll stream like I don't know, going to a cemetery or something like that, going to an abandoned building or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So more IRL streams would be ideal. And the
Mm-hmm.
vertical streams get more views because they get recommended in the YouTube Shorts tab.
Okay.
So if I do a vertical stream, more people will join it and find the channel that way. Whereas the horizontal streams don't do as well, but the horizontal streams are more for the people who are already subscribed, and then the
Mm-hmm.
vertical streams are to find more people.
Would you ever like mix it too? Because I have seen like if you've seen the like Twitch streamers like who they will stream on TikTok and then they'll have like their gameplay be vertical on TikTok.
I tried that once. I did not care for it at all. I mean, some more people joined the stream, but it's just with the aspect ratio of the games that you play, and you can't like fit it all on screen without it being awkward. I just didn't care for it. So I tried it once, didn't care for it, and now I just do either horizontal or vertical.
Yeah, I feel you. I used to do shorts for this channel, and then I was like, it was one thing was just too much work, and the shorts were kind of flopping. Well, they did well. It's just like people on shorts are harsh. They're like, I get like 50% dislike ratios. I'm like, damn, I guess I'm not doing shorts anymore.
Instagram Reels is harsh.
Oh no, I refuse to do Instagram Reels.
Yeah, during my Twitch streaming era, I kept uploading clips on Instagram. And I uploaded this clip of me playing Skate 3, and I haven't played it in a while, so it was like my first time playing in a few years. And I did a trick that I was proud of, and like half the comments were just like, I did that when I was like 8 playing Skate 3. It's like, that wasn't that impressive. It's like, okay, chill. I haven't played this game in a few years. It's just, I'm just getting back into the grind. Relax.
And that's like the tamest of like Instagram shorts or Instagram Reels comments. They get like racist.
Yeah,
I mean, I think if it's under a woman, it's always going to be like, where the OF at? They're just bad.
Yeah, Instagram Reels could be pretty harsh.
Nah, I refuse to post anything on Reels.
But I haven't uploaded any shorts to this channel. I had some shorts on my second channel, some stream clips, but I took those down. I don't know. Using shorts just feels like a subscriber speed run to me. It's just like that's not how I want to grow my channel. I'd prefer to grow it like the old fashioned way on YouTube. And sometimes I'll put stuff on TikTok. I don't have a problem with that, but it's just if you do shorts and long form on the same channel, it can mess with your analytics, and that's not what I want to do. So
yeah,
if there's any short form content I want to upload, I'll put it on TikTok or Instagram instead of on YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, and the thing about shorts, it's like shorts are for a specific audience. Like I think 9 times out of 10, I don't think people from shorts or TikTok, Instagram Reels, whatever it may be, are gonna go watch your 20-minute, 30-minute video because, well, of course, I mean Gen Z attention span.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with shorts. Everyone subscribes for the short form content, and they don't care about your long form content. So at that point, your subscribers are kind of just duds.
Yeah,
and they're just there for the number, nothing else, because they don't watch your main content.
All right, and now you're at 4K subscribers. How do you feel about that?
It's insane. It happened pretty quickly too. I just hit 10K last month. Last month or 2 months ago, I don't know. Just recently, it was really recently. I hit 10K, and I think 20K by the end of January is very possible. Maybe mid-January.
I can see it.
And at that point, it'll be a fourth way to 100K, which is crazy. And I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So, wait, am I right? No, that's not right. A fifth.
Yeah.
Oh my god. My math is completely wrong. I'll be a fifth way to 100K. Once I get 25K, I'll be a fourth.
Yeah, because you blew up pretty quickly. Like, how do you feel about like just blowing up quickly? Does it like overwhelm you a little bit?
No, not really. Because I've been trying to do this for a few years.
I feel you.
I've been trying to make it here forever, so it's nice that it's happening. It's nice that I'm finally making profit off of YouTube. No, it's honestly been relieving knowing that I finally have some sort of stable source of income with YouTube.
Didn't you say you have another job too? I was in like landscaping?
Yeah, I do, but at this point, YouTube's making more than that because the other job I have is freelancing with my local TV station, so I don't like do weekly work for them. Like if they have something, I'll pick it up if I want to, and then it'll be like $50-$60 for like a 3 to 4 hour job or something like that. So that one's at this point, that one is more of a side gig, and then YouTube is kind of like my main thing now.
Yeah, I feel that because like I made more money off YouTube than I did in any of my part-time jobs. That had me so relieved that like I don't have to work those jobs anymore. Like my last job before, well, I was doing YouTube in the middle of that job, but my last job before I quit back in like what was it, October? No, that one I get nightmares from that job. I don't know how I stuck for a year, but no.
Well, I'm not making the average yearly American income yet.
Yeah.
Still have some way to go for that, but I think 2025 will be a good year for channel profit. And I still live with my parents, so
Yeah.
because I just turned 18 last year, so it's not like I'm in a rush to move out or anything. But yeah, I think time will tell how profitable YouTube will be, and if it's actually worth continuing to pursue for a career.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still in school, so that's like one thing I still have if like YouTube doesn't go well, but like for the most part, like it was funny because like I applied for a gym job like a month ago, and I was like that was gonna be like my job just in case YouTube doesn't work out. And then all of a sudden, boom, Smash Bros. Video blows up, and that job hasn't called me back. And then I started my first day training there, and that was it. That was my only shift at that job because like there was kind of like no point.
Yeah. Well, community college is free in Massachusetts, so if in like 2 years YouTube isn't getting me anywhere, I could always go back. I could always go to community college.
It's free
if I
there.
really
It's
wanted
like
to.
because we used to have to pay.
Yeah, I think they just recently they made community college free for Massachusetts.
Is Massachusetts part of the Midwest? I'm trying to think.
East.
Okay. Okay, I got my
On the East
geography.
Coast.
Yeah, my geography a bit wrong.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I got math wrong a few minutes ago, so I guess I wasn't properly educated.
Wait, so what year did you graduate? Because you said you're 18.
Last year.
Last year, so you're
2024.
2024. Yeah, I'm 2023. Yeah, Onk status. That's kind of crazy.
Status. Getting up there. Yeah, I'm scared for my 20s. That's gonna be 2 years from now.
I mean, right now they're just chilling. I'm just kind of. I'll go. Well, maybe because that's because of YouTube. But if it wasn't for YouTube, or like I was still in my early stages of YouTube, I'd be like, yeah, I think I'd be freaking out.
Yeah, if YouTube wasn't doing good at all for me right now, and I was at like 100 subs, I would actually be like, I would be panicking.
Yeah, I was a CS major. I was a computer science major, and like, you see all the memes like the computer science major fighting the art major for the homeless shelter. Yeah, no, I was a computer science major. I was kind of doomed. I was like, I like telling stories. I do YouTube anyway. Might as well just switch to journalism. That's what I'm doing.
If I went to college, I don't know what I would even go for. Maybe film or something. I don't know. I did film classes in high school, but I feel like I was ahead of everyone else. Not to like brag about it or anything, but I've been doing film stuff since I was like 5 years old.
Yeah.
So while everyone else in class doesn't really know how to use Premiere Pro, I'm like the only one who does. And even there was a point where we didn't even have a proper film teacher because of like budget cuts or something like that. So we had teachers switching positions all over the place, and we had a substitute for film class who did her best, as she could, but she wasn't like a certified film teacher, and she wasn't even familiar with all the editing in Premiere Pro. So they would often ask me for help sometimes with Premiere Pro help and stuff like that. But yeah, film class in high school wasn't the best, and you're forced to work with other people. I'm an independent person when it comes to projects like that. So because like the slightest disagreement will send me in a spiral.
Yeah, that's exactly why I didn't take, because like my high school also had video production, and I thought about taking it, but like no, I just stuck to like whatever graphic design thing I was doing because like I was pretty experienced with like video editing. I had a meme channel back in middle school, but yeah, it would have just been like one pro versus 50 noobs, like those Minecraft videos.
Yeah, you said graphic design. I thought about graphic design. I thought about graphic design in college.
It's cool, and there's a high demand for it.
I guess that would be the backup plan, is graphic design if YouTube doesn't work out.
Yeah, graphic design's fun. Like there definitely is a high demand for it. I mean, I think the main two worries I just had with graphic design, which is why I didn't take it, was like, I mean, there's pay, but like, I mean, not everything's for the money. Plus, like, I've seen like graphic design positions that can make 6 figures, but also just AI. Like, we saw a Coca-Cola
Yeah,
commercial
that's
with
scary.
AI. It is terrifying.
That's scary. I made a video about that. Shameless plug right here. I made a video about AI taking over humanity. That video didn't do great at first. It got picked up a little bit after some other videos popped off. But
Mhm.
yeah, no, AI is scary though.
It is.
And it's sad that we have big companies using it for their commercials and stuff. People are
Yeah.
losing their jobs. People are losing their jobs. So,
Mhm.
and Instagram Meta is
Oh yeah, I
gonna
saw
be
that.
having AI profiles now and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Which, why?
I don't know. There was
Why
like
would you want that? Like all these years, these companies have been wanting to get rid of these bots off their social media platforms. Now they're literally putting more bots on them purposely. Why? You're completely undoing everything you've wanted to do.
like Spotify did the same. Like I think Spotify would make how like Spotify will have like those for you playlists or playlists that fit your mood. So like they'll do that. Like they'll make those playlists for you and have like AI generated music, and you can tell because like they have the same hi hats and like just sound a bit awkward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, for Spotify Wrapped this year,
Oh, the
they had
titles.
the AI podcast,
Oh,
the
that I
AI
hated that.
podcast, which I didn't even check out. But oh my lord.
I hated the titles. Like you are this. I forgot what. I think it called me October Fall Grunge. I was like, what does that
Yeah, I
even
was
mean?
like potato roller skater unicorn or some shit like that. I don't know. I feel like Spotify Wrapped was like completely AI generated this year.
It was. It definitely was. Like last year had so much personality. Like I remember last year's Spotify Wrapped. Like I got the time traveler like, title. I would have preferred the what was it the vampire. Yeah, I would have preferred the vampire, but I got time traveler, which was pretty cool. Now I'm like October Fall Pumpkin Fest. So random.
Yeah, they got some weird ass names this year. I don't understand what their thought process was. It was just so dull. It felt soulless.
Yeah.
I feel like half of it was wrong too, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe my music taste did change within the span of a year. Who knows?
Have you seen the commercial where it's like poking fun at people who are anti AI? It was like a completely AI generated commercial, and like everyone in all the AI generated characters are like, "Yeah, we're using AI, so what?" And it just felt so Black Mirror. I was like,
I
"Why would
don't
you be
think
proud
so.
of that?"
I don't think I've seen that.
It is a real commercial. That one's like just terrifying.
I'll look for it afterwards. I gotta check it out now.
Yeah, I mean, what else is AI now? I mean, yeah, like we get,
Videos.
yeah,
Have you seen how crazy AI videos have gotten?
yeah,
And
JCS. Oh, I think, yeah,
Twitter has Grok now, where you can just have them make an image or video of whatever. It's
hmm
scary.
it
It
really
can
is.
I feel like at some point in the future it's going to get so bad to the point where the government is going to have to intervene somehow.
No, I
Like
think the government
they're
needs
going to have
AI.
yeah. Well, I feel like there has to be some way to make it so people can't just make whatever
Mhm.
and, to like manipulate a situation. Like I feel like there's eventually going to have to be a law where like anything AI generated has to have a watermark on it
Mhm.
or something like that. I don't know. I feel like a watermark on AI generated things would make things a lot easier to differentiate. But that's in a perfect world though. That's
Mhm.
in a perfect world. Unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect world, so AI is just going to keep growing and growing and tricking people. My mom's a dance teacher, so she's always looking for music to use. Or she was looking for Christmas music, and she came across an AI generated song, and she didn't know that, but I could tell it was AI generated because it sounds robotic and like there's not really a rhythm to it. But
Mhm.
she thought it was legit, and I told her this is AI. She was like, "No, it's not. I don't believe you." So then she asked some of her friends, and like it was just like this whole conversation we had about AI music and stuff like that, and it's scary. But
It
there's
really
helpful
is.
AI tools too. Like in animation, there's like AI tools. Like I don't know if you saw that video of how they animated Spider-Verse, but like they have certain AI tools to like detect what lines go where. And that's the
Mhm.
good type of AI, to use it as a tool to make someone's job easier, not taking
Yeah.
away someone's job.
Yeah, because I use
Generative
AI here.
AI bad.
Yeah, I use AI for this show, like because like the main reason I use Riverside, one thing it just cuts off like I don't have to use Discord, no one has to record anything, but also like there's an auto like AI tool that just cuts out all the quiet parts, and I really appreciate that. It's like not
Yeah, that's
perfect.
good.
Sometimes it'll glitch out on me. Like I think Ryan would tell me he would look through the footage and be like, "Yeah, you randomly cut out at this part," and like Damn you, AI.
Yeah, AI can be good. It's
Yeah.
it's the generative AI that's kind of making everyone panic a little bit,
Mhm.
understandably so. But we'll see where it goes from here. There's not really any need for it except for scammers to use. I cannot think of one good use for hyper realistic AI
Mhm.
besides scamming someone. But I
Have
don't
you seen
know.
like an
We'll
AI
see how it goes.
commercial? Or not an AI
Yeah,
commercial, the AI cartoon on like TikTok, like it'll make a full-fledged like animated like story through AI.
yeah. I don't know. If they were to ever make like an completely AI generated movie, I don't think anyone would go and watch that. They'd have a few hate watchers, but that's about it. I don't think it would dominate box office or anything. There's there's more people against AI than there is for it, I think.
Mhm.
Unless I'm just chronically online, then I don't know. But
Yeah,
maybe
like
people in
Facebook moms believing like
yeah,
those like
yeah,
images.
maybe people in real life like AI. I don't know, but everything I've seen on the internet, most people are against it.
Yeah, I mean, so let's talk about Post Malone, the impact Post Malone had on you, and the fact that you have a tattoo of his signature on you.
This craziest thing ever. I'm gonna brag about it again. Like every live stream I do, so whenever someone mentions the tattoo, I'm like, hold on, guys, let me just brag about it once more. So I went to a Post Malone concert at Fenway last September 2024, and I got pit tickets, and I waited outside Fenway Park since 8 in the morning. So I was dedicated to get this done. So I'm at like the front of the line. I make friends with a group of people who also got there pretty early, and we're all saving each other's spots to use the bathroom and go get merchandise and stuff. So I
Mhm.
didn't have to worry about like staying in line the entire time and just like being bored. I was able to walk around Fenway and not worry about my spot getting taken. So that was nice. Waiting outside wasn't a big deal. It wasn't too hot. It was great weather. And I got the front of the pit of the concert.
Mhm.
And at the end of the show, if those of you watching don't know, Post Malone often hops off of stage after his shows and signs things for people and takes pictures with them after like who are in like the front row of the pit, or they call it the barricade. And I was lucky enough to be at the front. He signed this this
Toad.
Toad Malone plush. So a few years ago, I drew this on this Toad plush and made him Toad Malone. And my goal for a few years was to get Post Malone to sign it. So he signed it. That's by Post Malone, and yeah, he signed my arm, and I got it tattooed the next day, which is super sick. I That's like one of the coolest things that's ever happened to me. And there's also a video of him signing the my arm in the Toad plush, so there's proof
Mhm.
that it was actually him and not just me writing on myself and saying it was Post Malone.
Yeah.
And
So
also
just
the
talk about his
hat, I
impact
went
too,
there.
like because like it seems like Post Malone is like your favorite artist. So like just talk about him.
I think I really started getting into his music around like 2019 or 2020. I knew about him before then, obviously, because everyone knows who Post Malone is. But like 2019, 2020 is when I really started liking his music and becoming a fan. I like how versatile he is. He's able to do a bunch of different genres and mix them together, and I think he's really good at it. He mixes hip hop. He has some songs with like rock elements. He just dropped a
Mhm.
country album, and I was never really a big fan of country, but Post Malone made me appreciate country a little bit more. So because what I did before he dropped the country album is I listened to some country music to be like, okay, I know you don't like country, Jaden, but you gotta get yourself up to it. You gotta like country because he's dropping a country album. um yeah, I just like how he's really good in multiple genres, and he seems like a down to earth dude. He's like one of the most chill celebrities, and I think more people should be like Post Malone, just as a person, like not even as an artist, just as a
Mhm.
person. He's inspired me to be a kinder person in general. So,
Mhm.
um, not only has his music impacted me, but him as a person has also impacted me.
Okay, that's like really neat you say that because like when it comes to me and artists, it's always like a like a lot of my favorite artists are like emo bands or rappers. So it's like a lot of them are like what would I want to meet them in real life? It's kind of like it's always like a mixed question. So you saying that is like always very like is this interesting to me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's some musicians I listen to that's like, I don't think I'd want to meet that person in real life. Like, I don't, you can kind of just tell when someone isn't as chill. Like, they just radiate that type of energy. But like every video I've seen of Post Malone interacting with fans, he's
Mhm.
just like always really kind and offering to take his time to sign things for people and take pictures with them. And there's not really a lot of artists that are willing to do that because they like their privacy, their personal space. But Post Malone is kind of just like, hey, if you're chill, then I'm chill, and then
Mhm.
he'll take a picture with you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I did not get to have a full on conversation with him because of how many people there were
Mhm.
in the pit. People were basically almost climbing over me to try and get him to sign something. So he signed my stuff, got a picture, said hi, and then that was pretty much it. But I would really love to have like a full on conversation with Post Malone. I think that'd be really neat.
Mhm. Yeah, like I really respect Post. Like I'm not a big listener of him. Like back in like let's say 2017, 2016, back in middle school, I listened to like of course Congratulations, like Candy
Yeah.
Paint, like his like big hitters. But like, what I really liked about Post when he did his he did a Nirvana covers live stream, and Nirvana is I
Yes,
think
that
my
was
favorite
really
American
good.
band. That was like an amazing live stream.
Yes. He has to drop a rock or grunge album.
Mhm.
He has the perfect voice for it. I think the Nirvana tribute alone is a good example of like what he could do for a
Mhm.
grunge album. He's perfect for it. I would love to see him. He's done country, he's done hip hop, he's done all these other different genres. I think he could go full rock and do really well at it.
Mhm. Who are some of your other favorite musicians? Because I remember you did react to Vultures one time. Do you have any
Yeah,
other favorites?
I reacted to Vultures 1 on stream. Vultures 1 was good. Vultures 2 sucked. But I'm not like a big Kanye fan. I'm like a casual Kanye listener.
Mhm.
Especially after the things he said a few years ago that I'm not going to get into. But everyone knows what Kanye said. But I like Joji. I went to a
Joji's
Joji
good.
concert. I saw Joji in concert in 2023. He hasn't dropped an album though since then.
Mhm.
So I'm waiting for the Joji album. I
Were you a
like
big Frank fan before then, or were you just like strictly like a Joji fan?
I knew about him before that, but I know there's people who like Joji because he was Filthy Frank, but I like
Mhm.
Joji because I genuinely enjoy his music. So
Mhm.
I didn't become a Joji fan because of Filthy Frank.
Mhm.
But I did know who Filthy Frank was before. I like Aesop Rock. Whenever I mention that, people assume I'm talking about ASAP Rocky, but it's a completely different person,
Mhm.
Aesop Rock. I like Oliver Tree. Not one of my
Arbitrary's good.
favorite artists. Yeah, I like his older stuff. I think his Ugly is Beautiful album is really good. His Cowboy Tears album wasn't that great, and
Mhm.
his most recent album was pretty good. I think his most recent album was kind of like another version of Ugly is Beautiful, kind of has that like rock pop vibe. He did not. No, he didn't drop last year. He
Mhm.
dropped in 2023. A lot of my favorite artists don't really drop that often. I've been waiting for Lil Nas X to drop. I like Lil Nas X. I
No,
went
no.
to a Lil Nas concert in 2022, and he hasn't dropped an album since 2021. And he's been dropping like singles here and there, but I've kind of just like I don't know. He's taken long. I've kind of lost hype for the album because he keeps saying it's coming, but it's not here. So I'll still listen to the album when it drops, but I don't really,
Mhm.
the hype is kind of lost. He took too long. Who else do I listen to? I listened to Rob Zombie a little bit. Rob
Classic.
Zombie. I don't know. I have my Spotify linked in my link tree. People want to check it out, see who I listen to. I have public playlists and stuff. So
Mhm.
if anyone's interested in seeing what songs I listen to, that's available.
So you're a big concert person. Like you've been to a couple concerts.
Yeah, I love concerts.
Mhm.
Not going to one this year though. I spent way too much on the Post Malone concert. But I went to in 2022. I saw Lil Nas X. I saw Post Malone. Um, all of these concerts have been in Boston, by the way, because that's like the closest venue for me.
Mhm.
2023, I saw Joji, and 2024 Post Malone again. This year, I'm not doing a concert.
Mhm.
They're getting expensive.
They are.
They're getting
The-
expensive. Post Malone's doing a stadium tour this year with Jelly Roll. And
Mhm.
I thought about going, but there's not really a point. I kind of already got everything I needed to at
Mhm.
the Fenway concert, and I think the seats are like 200 or something each. which is
Okay.
pretty expensive. But the past concerts I've been to haven't been too expensive. We
Mhm.
got tickets for like $160 to $200 with decent, like, good front seats. But now it's like every seat is $200+. It's like, okay, that's a little absurd.
Yeah.
I saw this post where like someone saw Michael Jackson for like $15 or something like that.
I think there was an interview with Kurt Cobain where he reacted to Madonna concerts being $50. It was like shocked.
Yeah, yeah, it's gotten ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I've only been to three concerts. One was BTS back in 2022, then Steve Lacy later that year, and then I saw Faye Webster just recently in 2024. There was supposed to be more. It was either because one of my friends wasn't available or I just didn't have the money. Like I think
Hmm.
this year 2025 that might change. It's just that like nobody wants to perform in Vegas. It's expensive.
That surprises me. I would assume Vegas would be like a real hot spot for concerts. And you
Hmm.
guys got the that big sphere
Yeah.
now. What's it called?
Oh,
Is
the
it called the
Sphere.
Sphere?
Yeah, that's what we
Yeah,
had
the
at U
Sphere.
two. No, I don't want to be Ted Kaczynski right now, but like I hate the Sphere so much. It's such a waste of energy. It's such like it makes our light pollution like 60 times worse. There's probably been like 20 car accidents that happen because of it.
It does look pretty bright. It does
It
look
is
pretty bright. I've been to Vegas. I've been to Vegas before. I love Vegas. I went there 2017, I think. And we went to like Circus, the Stratosphere, all of like the
the
touristy
essentials.
areas.
Hmm.
And
The
I
M&M
like
place. Do you
cities.
see the M store?
I can't remember. I don't think we did.
Hmm.
But I love city areas. So that's why I love Vegas. But you live in Vegas.
Yeah.
Is Vegas all that when you live there?
Well, cause like before I lived in Vegas, I used to live in Michigan, but I went to vacation here like a few months, like a year before I officially moved here. So like the vacation part that was cool, and then like the first year or two of living here was cool, but like over time, like Vegas kind of lost interest. Like we have hiking spots. Like if you ever come to Vegas, there's like a ton of hiking spots I'd recommend, but like they're all kind of the same. Like because I live here, so they're kind of the same. Like I mean, for the most part, like it's just very brown desert, insane highways. I mean, there's just not a lot to do. It's crazy to say that about
Even
Vegas,
in the
but
city? Even in
well,
the city?
I mean, like sure you can gamble, you can like party, but like in terms of like other stuff, like we do have malls, we do have parks, of
Well,
course
I
the
like
hiking
malls and
spots.
stuff, so
Yeah.
I had fun there when I
Hmm.
was a kid. So I don't know. I can see myself visiting Vegas again.
Hmm.
But when it comes to living in states, I don't really see myself leaving Massachusetts. I don't like how we have winters though. I'm tired of the winters, but I do like skiing. So
Hmm.
that's a plus to the winters. But other than that, winters in Massachusetts are just depressing. But if I had to move to a different state, it would probably be somewhere out west
Hmm.
in like a warmer climate. I liked California. I don't know if I'd live
California
there
is
though.
nice. I mean, it's expensive, but like, I mean, like you always hear the stereotypes like Californians like being all liberal snowflake, but like, I mean, even like one thing I just don't care about politics that much, but another thing is like I've been around California, so like Morro Bay is a really nice beach area. Orange County is pretty nice. Like if you ever or just like simple places like Disneyland or Hollywood. Those are like nice to visit. Like living there, I mean, I imagine it's expensive, but like California is pretty nice.
Yeah, we went to again. We did all the touristy attractions like Universal Studios, Warner Bros. Um, we stayed on a side street off of Hollywood Boulevard, and I think I would consider like maybe staying in California for a month or something and seeing if I like
Hmm.
it, and if I don't like it, just come back to Mass. I like the Eastern time zone. I don't think I don't I like being ahead. I don't know how I would feel about always being behind in time. Yeah, California or maybe even Vegas is in my interest if I had to move somewhere out west.
How about Washington or Oregon? Like, how do you feel about
I've
those two states?
I've never been there, so
Hmm.
I can't say.
They're nice states
But
too. Like, I mean, it's definitely not as city-ish as California, but like if you like grass, if you like seeing like greenery on one side and the ocean on another side, I feel like you'd like those places.
I would probably stick with Massachusetts.
Hmm.
Maybe move to Boston. I'm like 2 hours away from Boston, and I've always loved Boston, so I would probably move to or somewhere closer to Boston
Hmm.
because I'm definitely a city person.
So So what's next for GJ? What's upcoming for GJ? What plans you got for the 2025, whether it pertains to YouTube or not?
Well, YouTube is going to be my main focus for 2025,
Mm-hmm.
especially with how good it's been going so far. I feel like ditching it would kind of be a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to continue with YouTube, just see if it does well throughout the year. If I'm like super lucky, hitting 100K within the next like year or two would be super sick, because I've always wanted a silver play button.
Yeah.
But just keep experimenting with my content. Hopefully, I'll make that documentary that I talked about,
Mm-hmm.
the Liminal Space Project. That's my big goal this year, is to make that documentary. But other than that, maybe like 2 or 3 videos a month, hopefully. And I don't want to make lazy content like the mimic video again. So I guess just put more effort into my content and
Yeah, I feel.
experiment with different formats and seeing what people like best. And again, mixing all of these elements I like into one. So yeah, that's what I plan on doing.
Yeah, what's like the general consensus among like your friends and family? Like, how do they feel about you doing YouTube, or like how do they view you, like this YouTuber side of you?
Well, a few years, or not even a few years ago, like literally just like last year when I was on my old channel that was dying from 2015,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, trust me guys, this YouTube thing is definitely gonna work out. It's like that channel's been around for almost like 10 years now. It's not going anywhere. So like a year or two ago, I don't think they really had that much faith in me, because I was doing a different type of content that
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't do that good in the algorithm. But now that the money is coming in, now that the money is coming in, they have a little more faith in me when it comes to YouTube. I brought it up to them. I was like, "Hey, this is what I'm trying to do." Because we had a whole conversation about this one time. They were like, "So, Jaden, what are you gonna do now that you're out of high school?" It's like, "What do you want to do for a career?" And whenever someone asks me that, I always just say, "I don't know," or like, "I'm playing it by ear." But truth is, I do know it's YouTube, but it's just like
Mm-hmm.
weird to explain to people,
Yeah.
especially like older generations. Like, how do you explain to an older person that you want to do YouTube as a career without sounding crazy or weird? But the truth is, now is like the best time to do it. It's
Mm-hmm.
easier now more than ever to make content creation a job. So if you're gonna go for it now. I would say. So they have faith in me, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. I'll bring up a couple bullet questions and then, yeah. All right. So, your favorite game of all time?
Minecraft,
Minecraft?
timeless game.
Good one. Good one. All right. Were you a Nintendo, Xbox, or PlayStation kid?
Nintendo and Xbox.
Nintendo and Xbox. All right. Your favorite food of all time?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti? That's a common answer I got. I think you're the third
Yeah.
spaghetti person. All right. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you want to go?
Can it be a place I've already been to? Vegas, probably. I guess.
Vegas.
Maybe Japan, but I don't. That's like too far for my liking, I think. So I think Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, I said anywhere in the world. So, like, if you like want to say somewhere crazy, like you want to say like Antarctica, you'd go for
Nah,
it.
that's too cold. I'm not trying to go to Antarctica. I'm
Antarctica.
good.
All right. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Teleportation. Then
All
I
right.
could really go to anywhere I want.
Awesome. And I guess just pull up that drawing app because this is where we're gonna start Mariana sketch. So, all
All
right.
right. Wait, a drawing app, or can I get paper and draw? Well, wait, hold on.
Like you could do like a website too, like Clecky too, or like if a paper works better. Like you're not the.
I
I
could do
feel
it
my
on
previous.
Photopea.
Yeah, Photopea. Oh, that's how you
I say
pronounce it.
Photopea. Photopea sounds better. I don't care what people say.
Photopea.
Photopea doesn't sound as good.
All right. So your Mariana sketch animal is a sea pig. If you want to pull up a reference image, and a fun fact about sea pigs is that they are 6 inches in length. All right, and I'll just let me know when you want me to start the timer, and then yeah, just get 1 minute to draw a sea pig.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, and your timer starts now. That's 6 notifications. What is going on?
This is looking great so far.
All right, and your timer is done. You can make any final last minute stuff, and then just send it to me over Discord.
All right, I think I did a good job.
Okay, let me see this. This sea pig. It was
Hold on, I
such a
gotta
weird
export.
animal. That was like I was looking up weird like marine animals. Saw a sea pig. Perfect. Perfect.
All right, here it is.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh yeah. All
I
right.
think I did a good job.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Yeah. Thanks again for coming on. Do you have any like closing thoughts? Anything you want to say to the audience before we end today?
Sure. Check out my channel. If you don't, Garrett is gonna be super mad at you, and he will break into your house and steal something. Thanks for having me on this show. I really appreciate it. It's super cool. It's my first like interview type of thing. So
Yeah.
if I was like, if any of my answers seemed half-assed, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
I'm not good at answering questions on the spot, but you did a good job answering the questions despite the technical difficulties we had.
Yeah, the camera.
Because of Garrett, because the technical difficulties that Garrett caused here.
Garrett really hijacked the camera.
Damn it, Garrett. Every time.
Yeah, just thanks again for coming on. Like, I know we planned this out like a while ago, and then all of a sudden, I guess it would be like, I need to do it this specific time, but I'm glad we're able to do it. Like,
what better way to do it than the new year? I think the new year is a good time to start it.
Yeah, I need to get Gage on. I asked him to get on the show a while ago too.
Yeah, and if you ever get Shy Valley and Jaden Salads on again, I will gladly participate in that conversation. That
I
would
could
be
just
so
introduce
sick.
you to them. Like, you're in the same group chat with them, like with that video I planned. I don't know if I'm still gonna do that, but yeah, you're in the same group chat with them.
I forgot about that group chat.
Yeah, you can just be like,
that's right.
Hi Jaden, hi Lachlan, I'm your biggest fan. But no, they're chill dudes. Like they're like the same age as us too. I know you and Jaden are the exact same age. You guys are both 18. I think Shy's like 21, 22.
Yeah, I remember he talked about like what he was doing after high school. So I think it's cool that we're both around the same age.
Yeah,
graduated around the same time.
Yeah, Jaden's willing to work with like new creators, and so is Shy.
Well, my name is Jaden too. So.
Oh yeah, you guys are the same name. But yeah. Thanks again for coming on. Yeah, everyone just check out Jeejay on YouTube, and then for the audience, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, go check us out. And Finn.
Hell yeah.